Okay, let's dive into Mars. Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing that little red dot. For a long, long time, we just dreamed about it. We wondered if anyone lived there, if it was like Earth, or if it was just a barren rock. The truth is much stranger and, yes, a little dark. Mars wasn't always the cold, dusty place we see today. Billions of years ago, when the Earth was young, Mars was too. But Mars was different. It was born further from the sun, smaller than Earth. Because it was smaller, its inside cooled down faster. This is important. On Earth, our hot, moving inside creates a strong, invisible shield around us, a magnetic field. This shield protects us from the sun's angry winds. Mars lost its shield very, very early. Without that shield, the sun's winds started to strip away Mars's air, little by little, over millions of years. And here's the shocking part. We know that Mars once had a lot of water, big rivers, even oceans. We see the dried up riverbeds, the shorelines that once held vast seas. We know because our robot friends, like the Curiosity rover, have driven through these ancient lake beds. They found rocks that could only form in water. They've even found mud cracks, just like you see on Earth when a puddle dries up. So, Mars was once blue, or at least had blue patches. It had a thick blanket of air, and it had liquid water for a long, long time. This is amazing because everywhere we find liquid water on Earth, we find life. So, the big question is, did life ever start on Mars? It had all the right ingredients: water, energy from the sun, and chemicals it needed. Some scientists believe it did. It might have been simple life, like tiny little germs, but still life. And if it did, what happened to it? As the water disappeared and the air got thinner, those living things would have had a very hard time. They might have gone extinct, or maybe, just maybe, they went underground. This is where it gets really interesting and a bit chilling. We know there's still water on Mars, frozen solid at the poles, like giant ice caps. But there's also ice hidden just beneath the surface, all over the planet. If you dug down a few feet, you'd find it. And sometimes, in deep craters or under special conditions, that ice might melt for a little while, creating salty puddles that quickly freeze again. So, if life did go underground, it might still be there, just sleeping, waiting for the right moment. Our robots haven't found living things yet. They look for signs that life was there, or for places where life could be. It's like looking for tiny needles in a planet-sized haystack. But the thought that something might be lurking just under the dust, something that survived billions of years, is truly fascinating. Now, let's talk about us, humans. Can we live there? Elon Musk talks about sending 1 million people to Mars. It sounds like a grand adventure, but the reality is much tougher, much darker. Imagine stepping out of your spaceship onto Mars. The air is so thin you would instantly freeze if you weren't in a special suit. It's mostly carbon dioxide, the stuff we breathe out. There's almost no oxygen. The average temperature is incredibly cold, way below freezing, even at the equator. At night, it can drop to minus 100 degrees Celsius. And then there's the radiation. Remember Mars lost its shield? That means there's nothing stopping the dangerous radiation from the sun and deep space. On Earth, we're safe. On Mars, that radiation would slowly make you very sick, causing cancer and other problems. You couldn't just live in a tent. You'd have to live underground or in special habitats made of thick materials to protect yourself. The dust is another huge problem. Martian dust is not like dust on Earth. It's super fine, like talcum powder, but it's also very sharp because it hasn't been smoothed by water and wind for billions of years. It gets everywhere, gums up machines, scratches visors, and if you breathe it in, it can be very bad for your lungs. It's also covered in harsh chemicals. Growing food would be a nightmare. The soil is not like Earth soil. It's full of nasty salts and chemicals. We'd have to treat it or grow everything indoors under special lights, using complicated systems. Every drop of water would have to be recycled perfectly. Every breath of air would need to be cleaned and refreshed. And what about the psychological impact? Imagine living in a small habitat, far from Earth, seeing only red dust outside your window. The sky is not blue, it's a pale butterscotch color. The sun looks smaller. There are no trees, no animals, no sound of wind or rain. You'd be cut off from everything you know. Loneliness, boredom, and even mental illness would be huge challenges. the darkness of space would feel very real. But despite all these terrifying truths, the dream of Mars still pulls us. We're driven to explore. We send robots, and we learn more and more. We've discovered strange methane gas in Mars's air, which on Earth can be a sign of life or geology. We've found signs of ancient hydrothermal vents, places where hot water mixed with rock, just like where life started on Earth. We've even found meteorites from Mars here on Earth, rocks that got blasted off Mars by impacts and landed here, bringing tiny pieces of the red planet to us. So, Mars is a world that was once vibrant, with flowing water and a thicker sky, a place where life might have begun. It's now a cold, irradiated desert, trying to hold on to its last bits of water, possibly hiding ancient secrets underground. And for humans, it's a brutal, unforgiving frontier, a place that wants to kill you with cold, radiation, and thin air. Yet, we still dream of going, of solving its mysteries, of building a new home there. Even if that home has to be buried deep beneath the red dust, a tiny bubble of life in a vast, silent, and deeply alien world. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share for more space videos.